Right, hi everybody, good morning. It's around about 6 o'clock in the morning. I just wanted to say hi and good morning, but I just want to sort of share something with you about positive apparitions and stuff like that. Now, I've got to say this, because I was in a bad place, and I'm just going to go into the story now. The storyline goes a little like this. At the time, I was in a bad place. I'd got everything that was fucking up on me. I'd got people that were vindictive to me. I was like, couldn't help but home in on negativity and all the negative things that was happening to me at the time. And then I comes across this one, kind of like saying, right, and it's like for manifesting, like positive attitude, positive well-being and stuff like that, right? And if you wanted to manifest things, okay, so I'm gonna share this with you because this is a goddamn good one, right? Now, my subconscious was in a bad place, and my life was in a bad place. My psychological well-being in a bad place, and it still is at the moment. I'm still working on it. However, I started using this one specific apparition thing. This one thing that brings good things into your life. I saw it on TikTok, and I thought I'll try that and see what happens. I did it one day, okay, on and off, one day, all right. And I liked the saying, but I did it in my own format because being Asperger's, which a lot of people don't believe I've actually got, but I'm Asperger's. So this means that sometimes we don't always get the right wordings, okay? So I worded it meaning the same thing in my own way. And you're supposed to say this specific thing I'm going to tell you in a minute 3 times in a row for 7 days, okay? And see the outcome, right? And then and see what happens, see if it works for you. But this thing, right, that I'm about to tell you in a minute, right? I said this. I'm going to tell you what it is right now. It was, right? Now, 1 minute. I'm a very lucky person. Okay? I get everything that I want. I get everything that I want. Every single time. Now, that was the version I used, right? And I found, right, I did it one day, I loved it, and on and off throughout that day, I kept saying it, and you had to say it 3 times in a row for 7 days, right? I was in a bad, negative place, worse than I am now. I'm lifting up now, and the best way to describe this, right, it was like being on a runway, an airplane being on a runway, and it's slowly starting to crawl down that runway, right? Here's the thing. That night, I got a real good sleep quality. I did wake up early hours in the morning, however, but it was around about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. With one thing that my subconscious was completely crazy with, which was repeat, 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 repeat. And I woke up and I thought, what the fuck? And it was only quoting what I'd been saying that day, the day before. That day I woke up after, having had that good night's sleep, right? Things started working out for me. I got up, I had a good night's sleep that night, which I hadn't had in a long time, which is why I look a bit haggard, okay? And I was more physically active. I got straight up. I gave myself time to wake up, as you do, and have my coffees. But then I got up, right? All of a sudden, I seemed more motivated. I was able to perform things that day, and I started getting good luck. And do you know what I kept doing? Winning on the scratch cards that I keep doing. That usually I lose on, but now I don't lose on. I win more times than I lose. And I realised that although I only did that one day, okay, I learned that if you was to really press in on some of these sayings that, kind of like that the Buddhas and that are using and all that, it's amazing how fast they bloody work. And the best way to describe this, it's sort of, I'd said it on and off all day, on and off that day. So that was probably like doing about 3 or 4 days, what I call pressing in, right, in one day. And it was like as if the airplane that was stood still on the actual like runway, right, started kind of like rolling down the actual runway before I even noticed what was going on. But I loved this saying, and I thought this is a really positive saying. I really like it. The following day, it was started to come straight into force like that, and it was like I thought that is crazy. But it was brilliant. I was winning on the lottery tickets, and I went out. I bought myself some lottery tickets, and I said that. I said, yeah, what I told you to say. I'm a very lucky person. I get everything that I want. I get everything that I want every single time. It comes so easily to me, and I kept saying it, and on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off, all day long. And I thought. And when I said it the following day, and I went and got some national, little scratch card, tickets, lo and behold, I won 3 times. And I was going through this bad stage where I couldn't win anything. I couldn't get anything right. It was like I'd got everybody in my face. I still have, but then I started it again yesterday, and lo and behold, I found that I didn't feel very well in my physical, but I overrode it, and I went out, got what I wanted, come back. And I noticed that things that I usually home in on, that started working, but I only quoted it 3 times yesterday. But try these manifestation things and say these things for something like, on and off throughout a day, and do that repeatedly every day for so many days. Because I'll tell you what, that it kind of brings things into apparition for you like immediately. And it's like where they tell you usually if you say it 3 times, you have to wait 7 days before anything happens. But no. This is like, try it, double it up and triple it up in a day and see what happens and see if you get the response I did. Nasty because I stopped it, but now I'm taking it back up again. And your subconscious loves positive apparitions. So if you praise yourself, your subconscious hears everything you're saying. It's like a radio that's always tuned into you. It never gets untuned. But if you say negative things, it's going to come up negative. And it reads how, and that's how it works. Say something positive like that, and your subconscious really loves it. It will repeat it like a record throughout your sleeping duration. Remember that your subconscious is more powerful than your conscious.